Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Elvis. I've been on keto for just over 16 months now, and I've also been doing intermittent fasting, and I've lost close to 100 pounds. Now, with the whole quarantine situation, it's been a bit mad with the situation of not going to the gym and just being out of my schedule. So obviously, I've gained a tiny bit of weight. So what I recently did was I did a 55-hour fast. So just over 48 hours, and basically lost about just under 9 pounds, so 4 kilos roughly. And a lot of it was water weight, but at the same time, I still feel a lot better. And yeah, so it kind of goes into what today's video is about. So basically, I've got a friend, her name's Midnight, and what she did recently, she did I believe it was it was a 4-day fast, where she essentially just drank water, and she kind of chronicles her journey. She's got a video out that's gonna be dropping at the same time as this video, so you need to check it out after you watch this video. But basically, yeah, I just did an interview with her where we kind of went over what fasting is, and what she's gone through and what I've kind of seen as well, and just to give you some advice. Now, the advice we give is not medical advice. We're not trained medical professionals, so make sure anything you take from this video is purely for entertainment or just purely for research purposes, not for not to say that Elvis told you to fast or Midnight told you to fast. Nobody told you anything. We're not medical professionals. It's really important, as I said, anybody that does fasting, dieting, anything, speak to your doctor, speak to a health professional, someone that's qualified, and also make sure that you do as much research as possible. One thing that I will point out, especially if you do an extended fast, which is what this video is about, is really be careful about when you start to refeed. And of course, just make sure you're a viable candidate, because a person with a really low body fat percentage doesn't really need to fast the same way a person like myself can. And of course, each person has different health conditions and different, circumstances. So I do not want to promote fasting without you doing your own research. But as I said, this video is purely about how fasting has affected me and it's affected my guest in today's interview. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the interview. Please make sure you like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me grow as a channel. And check out the video. Hey guys, just thought I'd introduce you to Miss Midnight here. I'm going to do an interview today with her, just to kind of go through her story of water fasting, because she's a professional of water fasting. The most I've done is about 40 hours. I'm still trying to get myself up to do a few more hours, but this one, you've done
4 days.
Recently you did 4 days, but you've done 7 days in the past.
I've done 10 days in the past.
10 days.
And stuff. And then this one though was the first one I did with no like added sugars or things in the water. So this was just a straight pure 100% water fast.
Nice.
So yeah.
So yeah, she's definitely more of a professional when it comes to actually water fasting than I am. Obviously I follow intermittent fasting, so that's a little bit more, it's a little bit easier if I say so myself. But yeah, just so what kind of results have you seen since you did your fast?
Well, so just to summarize and stuff before I explain the question. So I was going to do a 7-day water fast. There were some changes in circumstances, some unforeseen circumstances that happened, so I had to stop the water fast early, and so I did 4 days. Some of the changes, or I guess benefits, that I've seen since doing it would be the one that I think was the greatest benefit to me was probably stronger discipline. I have a much stronger discipline sense. Like before doing it, I wasn't really disciplined in terms of saying, okay, that's enough, or that's too much sugar, or that's bad for you, stop and stuff. Obviously from doing the water fast, I had the experience of having absolutely nothing. So obviously there's no excuse as to why, okay, don't eat that ice cream today, Midnight, that's really enough. Don't eat the Magnum, guys, it's really enough. Elvis knows I love Magnum ice cream.
And McDonald's. She loves McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
But yeah, I would say that's probably the greatest benefit. I've also noticed that I lack, the desire of just needing to eat a lot. Obviously, especially during this time for a lot of people, if not everyone, where more typically stuck indoors and you feel the need to just like wanting to eat or to have some sort of food or snack, almost as if to entertain yourself. from doing the water fast, I find that sometimes I get to 3 or 4 in the afternoon, haven't eaten anything at all, just had water, but I'm absolutely fine and I don't even think about it. So that's definitely quite a change from before.
Yes, it's good. Yeah, now fasting, I think, it's one of those things. It really helps you kind of reset your body, because especially when you're stuck indoors all day eating a lot, it's you find yourself going to the fridge more than you should. And I remember a couple of days ago where I was literally just stuck in the house and I wanted to eat for no reason.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've eaten enough, but I'm still eating. So definitely I would recommend anybody if you want to reset, kind of give yourself a recharge almost, take a day and fast. So in your most recent fast, how much weight did you end up losing?
In this 4-day water fast, I lost 3.3 kg.
Right.
So don't ask me to do the metrics. I don't know how much that is in pounds because I don't know my metrics, guys.
Yeah, I actually don't know what
I don't know what it is.
I know it's half a stone,
Okay.
that follow the British system, so
There we go.
makes your life easier. And I know previously you did a much longer fast, the 10 days, where
Yes.
you lost a lot more.
7.6 kg.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
over a stone.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's funny because when it comes to weight loss, it's very easy to gain weight, especially in quarantine. I'm not gonna lie, like I've gained a couple extra pounds, more than I was expecting. And when it comes to losing it, it's so much harder. It's so much harder.
Very.
Literally.
Very. Oh, goodness. I think one of the greatest benefits of a water fast, as I said before, was the discipline aspect. And when you're dealing with that kind of disillusion to say, oh, like I can't do it and stuff, it's not possible, like how am I going to lose this weight, like nothing ever changes, nothing's ever shifting and stuff. The water fast kind of helps to break that kind of mental box that a lot of us get trapped in. So it's really, really good. And so obviously it's very easy to get discouraged and stuff, to be like, oh, it's just, how am I going to be able to do this? Like, it's just not possible, and I'm just never losing weight, or things are never changing no matter how hard I'm trying. But with consistency and discipline in doing so, you can do anything, man. You can do anything.
I agree. As my last interview, I interviewed Marie, and she'd gone 40 days, where she did full 40 days water fast. Yeah, hats off to her, because
Let's just give a small clap, a moment to Marie,
we're
because
amateurs compared to
honestly,
Marie's at this level, Midnight is there, I'm there when it comes to fasting.
she's premium. I'm basic package. It's all right.
It's one of those things. Sometimes it is a mental block, and sometimes, especially when you step back. I heard this analogy once. When it comes to weight loss or even goals, it's like a ladder. Sometimes it's not always a straight climb or straight walk across to your goal. Sometimes you step off, and sometimes you might even take a step back. And that's for everything in life. So realistically, even if you do gain weight during quarantine, or you do, unfortunately, you cheat and sometimes gain a little bit of weight, don't be stuck in your head, oh my goodness, I'm gonna gain the weight anyway, let me just eat whatever I like. So I think even for me, quarantine's been a challenge, because the lack of structure makes it very easy to be ill-disciplined, as you said. So you have to just get that mindset of, oh, I've cheated, let me just go crazy, and you'll hit your goal. And there's people, as I said, who can do 10 days of fasting, and me, after 1 day of fasting, I'm already like, I'm done.
That being said, though, honestly, so even in relation to Marie and stuff, and so you said you've done a day, I've done 4, 7, and 10,
which is almost 2 days.
And then Marie, who's done 40 and stuff. As much as they're all different levels and stuff, but obviously it's not to say that you shouldn't, if someone else is to choose to do this, you shouldn't be disencouraged in doing it. It's so amazing. Even if you do it for just a day, it shows you a lot about your self-discipline and your strength and stuff, and the things that you are able to achieve. So either way, just even if it's just half a day, just saying, okay, this is it, I'm gonna stop. Just stop. It's really worth the benefits that come across with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and now looking at it, where I am the queen. Our host would let you know, because he knows me well. I am the queen of junk, of Magnum ice cream, Coca-Cola
Yep.
and stuff. All sugar, no diet. McDonald's, burgers, Pizza Hut. Like, I am the queen and stuff. If anything, I was that wayward friend encouraging people like Elvis to do bad. Don't listen to all he says though. I didn't do everything, but I'll take some blame, a little bit, this much.
She's a bad influence in my life.
But doing something like a water fast and just the benefits that you get from it, you feel, first of all, so rejuvenated physically. And so you don't feel as heavy, you don't realize how much food is actually weighing us down. And obviously, because all of us are taught and conditioned in a society that tells you you have to eat 3 meals a day, you need to eat this, you need to do that. And so when you don't need to wake up and the first thing you need to do is eat. And so, but you're conditioned to believe that based on commercial views in society. You can go actually quite a stretch without food, and you find that you feel a lot better and stuff. Your body feels a lot better. You're much more functional. You're much less tired.
Yes.
And so, like, because I'm the queen of junk food, I'm the queen of tired. Come a certain time in the afternoon, I am gone. Elvis would know, like, I'm the kind of person who will just tune out halfway through a phone call, just gone. And so, and obviously it's because of like what we put in our bodies and how we treat our bodies. Our bodies are constantly working as well, and the more food we eat, the more it has to work. Like, we don't need to keep adding on the pressure and piling, sometimes let the machine rest. So
no, it's true. As I said, one of the most important things, or rather what you said, is let your body rest for a bit. Let your body rebuild itself, because the thing is, if you're just piling stuff, your body's just like, what do I do with it? Just store it as fat. Let's just keep it for a rainy day sort of thing. Whereas if you train your body to now, like, okay, we're not gonna just eat food, we're actually gonna let ourselves fast and essentially burn the food that's already in our body, the energy, the fat. Your body's a lot more efficient as a result, and as you said, you lose, or rather you're not as tired, you feel better. And especially for people that want to do keto, I think it's a really good place to start, because when you're fasting, especially when you get to about 8 hours, I think, into your fast, roughly within 8 hours, you get to a stage where you're in ketosis, which is essentially where your body's burning fat to stay alive. And that's essentially what the keto diet is your body just uses fat. So if you're not sure how to start keto and you're not sure how you're going to feel, just do a fast, do 1 day of fasting, and you kind of get a sense of, this is how I feel. And yeah, it's a nice little taste of what keto is.
It's true. Yeah.
In terms of your diet, what's your diet looking like now? What's your goals with your diet?
Well, I mean, in link with the water fast, the reason I did it is because I realized how unhealthy I am in terms of not just like the physical food that I take, but mentally, and just thinking of I can't survive without certain foods and certain sugars and things. So my main reason for actually doing it was more the mental gain of saying, like, to not be addicted or be like enslaved by like sugars and foods and fats, etc. Physically, in terms of like where my diet and things are going now, I'm just looking to try and eat obviously more of a balanced meals and stuff, not taken away from all the bad things that I was eating. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and eat 3 Magnum ice creams a day. So you guys hear me saying Magnum a lot and stuff. Guys, it's spring, summertime, I eat a lot of Magnum ice cream. And yeah, so just to take away and reduce those bad habits, that was my main focus anyway. Long term, I would hope that I would eat more healthy foods and stuff. I do want to lose a bit of weight now. I've decided that I do want to lose some weight and stuff. I think I could get to a lower weight, which would just be healthier in general. So in terms of doing that going forward, the water fast has helped me to see, okay, I can go actually a long time without eating. I can cope without certain things, so I'm just going to have to just do it and stuff and just be disciplined to do so. So that's where we are now, and so I'm just working out what foods I like, what foods I don't like and stuff. Unlike, my accomplished friend here, I don't think I can survive on keto long term, but obviously that's what these kind of things help you with and stuff, establishing what is good for your lifestyle, because it's not just a diet
Yeah,
and stuff, but it's actually a lifestyle change to do
It's a
for the
lifestyle
better.
change,
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. Sometimes people think, oh, I do this diet for a month or I do it for 6 weeks or however many weeks or days you need to do it, and then you revert back to the original. No, I think any diet or any change to the way you eat should be a lifestyle, and that's why for me keto works, because I've been able to eliminate a lot of just junk food, and I can eat a lot of good food that I enjoy. Like if you saw my last video with the keto like grocery haul, there's a lot of like food that I enjoy eating, like strawberries, blueberries. You can still eat some fruit, you can still eat cheese, you can still eat a lot of like nice foods that people don't traditionally think are healthy, but that's a whole different different argument. But yeah, so I think if you can make it a lifestyle, just you look at it from a holistic rather than just, oh, I've got this particular goal weight, let me just jump on this diet for like 2 weeks and hit that weight and then forget it and just go back to normal. For me, it works long term, and it's easy. As I said, it's helped address so many issues in my life. Well, firstly the weight, and then the high blood pressure, this and that. So like it compounds, and it really helps, and it's worked for me. So I think whatever is right for people, be it fasting, be it keto, follow it, because it pays off at the end.
Yeah.
It really does pay off. And as you said, you develop that feeling of, wow, there's some things that I really don't need. Like,
Yeah.
I used to love pizza. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, Domino's pizza, I'll buy 2 large boxes of Domino's pizza and have them within probably a couple of hours.
Wow.
And I'll probably down that with like a full, 2-liter bottle of drink, like
Wow.
Coke or something.
Yeah.
So I was back. So, but then obviously when I quickly realized keto is a very easy lifestyle. I can enjoy good food. I just don't need to stuff myself full of carbs. It works for me. So yeah, whatever works for you.
Definitely.
In terms of like going forward, in terms of just generally health wise, what's your what's your goal, as I say? Like, what's your ideal self, if that makes sense?
My ideal self.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still somewhat drafting this up, but I'll share with you guys what I've come up with so far. So, I mean, I thought about this and realized I didn't have like a precise answer in mind or summary in mind. So I was like, okay, I need to work on this and stuff, so I have a understanding of what I'm going to.
Yeah.
So I made like a short list, like bullet points of what I think would be my ideal self, or like where I want to go. And so far on that list, I put that, okay, weight wise, I think I do need to drop weight. So I want to go from in the 70 kgs that I am in now, and drop about 20 kg, which is a lot of weight.
That's a lot.
And stuff, but
Yeah, she's a small girl, so 20 kilos is a crazy amount of weight.
Give or take. Obviously, if I got to a point where I realized, actually, no, if I stopped at, let's say, 10 kg and realized, okay, no, this is enough, then I'll stop. 20 kg is what I have in mind and stuff. Like, when I look at general BMIs and things, that's what it says that it would be good for me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go that way and see how it goes. I would also like to, with doing the weight drop, I want to drop a certain amount in terms of body fat. I want to build more on muscle and things, just to be stronger in body. I mean, who doesn't want to be stronger? Most importantly, it would just be about eating a lot less and eating a lot healthier.
Yep.
Because, I mean, it'd be great even if I had dropped the weight now, great, if I was, 20 kg lighter, but it wouldn't mean anything if I hadn't really worked on fixing my diet and stuff and eating things that are nutritious to my body. If I was still just eating a whole bunch of crap and I was just slim, per se. So
got surgery or something.
Or got so like got
and then just eat
got a
rubbish.
BBL, got a liposuction.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really help, or it wouldn't be beneficial both to my physical but my mental health as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to reach a point that one day I'm your average girl. So I think, like most people, I would like to, have a partner one day, get married, have children. I don't want to be at a point where I have children and I start passing on these bad habits to them, or I'm not able to raise them in a way that is beneficial to them, both mentally, physically, and spiritually, just because I haven't worked out my own issues with my health and that. Because at the end of the day, whatever I do is what they're going to have, because that's all we have. So, yeah, so a lot of it is on the mental and spiritual side of things as well, and just correcting or cleansing, as the water fast would do. So
I agree, especially talking about kids. I feel like a lot of our habits that we develop as people is from our parents, and it's really important whatever we teach our kids is the right thing. And it's very easy in these day and age where food is so so convenient, from like a drive-through, from like ordering in, all those kind of things where bad choices can be made, and if parents are not really thinking about the consequences potentially in the long term, they could be passing on really bad habits that damage their kids in the future. So it's something that we also I think it really bugs me as well, because I used to think about it to myself. I'm like, the way I eat, would I really want my child to eat this way? If I had, obviously I haven't got a child, but when I have a child, and I was like, no, I wouldn't. So it kind of motivates you as well. But to touch on the goals, I think your point is, what you said is good. Having that holistic kind of just be healthy, and I think when I started my journey, it was purely out of the sake of health. I said, look, it's not how I look. Obviously, I've got the perks of looking better now. I've always been a cute boy, so it's not. I'm not complaining. I've never complained. But on a serious level, it's always been about health when I started it out. So it's just like, okay, let me get my blood pressure correct. My blood sugars, everything like to be correct, where I don't feel out of breath. My heart is not palpitating, all those kind of crazy things. So like now I'm at a good place and I feel good. So now is when I'm now building upon that foundation of health that I've kind of built over the last year and a bit. And going forward, obviously I will be a little bit more vain in my goals. Once the gyms open up again, because it's really tough to get into really good shape.
I know,
without
right?
weights. Because walking, I'm doing a lot of walking, but it's really difficult because even when I do, let's say 5 miles on average, I'm just struggling. I'm like, I need to do more, like weight training wise. So it's a bit difficult. But we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. But anyways, just to conclude, so you got a video coming out documenting your 4-day journey.
Yes, I've got a video coming out, guys. I guess we'll have it somewhere in the description at some point for you guys, but check it out and stuff so you can see the vlog of everything that I did, and just my general day-to-day, innit? So check it out.
Awesome. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram and of course YouTube under Miss_Midnight. That's midnight with 2 T's. Check out more details on my Instagram as well, and my highlights there. And guys,
awesome. So all her information will be in the description below, so you can check out her videos, check out her her socials. And thank you for the interview today, and until the next video. See you later.
See you guys.
See ya.